Hello? Alright, cool. Seems to be working. Okay, we have a PvZ here between Rain and Baxter, very standard openings. We got a Stargate here with the first Corsair coming out, and the Zerg has gone for Aspire and 5 hatcheries, so very economical openings from both players here. Rain is definitely favoured to win this best of 3. Hang on, I gotta fix the lag. Let's see if it's better. Where was I? Yeah, I think Rain really is favoured to take this best of 3, and especially favoured to take this map. Got 2 Scourges coming in. Oh, he's gonna get that. Oh, nice dodge from Rain. Very nice. Quick reactions. Let's see if this Corsair gets home though. This can be a bit tricky. There are different angles you can use to steer the Corsairs so that the Scourge don't really keep up. See if they're really close. He's got a cannon there, that's good. He's gonna save the Corsair, and the Scourge, one Scourge goes down. We see mass gateways going up here. +1 as well. Probably Zealot speed on the way. Zerg is getting a few Hydras, a few Lings. We got a DT here, but he's got an Overlord, so he's fine. DT seems to be getting away. No? Ah, that's so close. Does he get it? Or 4 HP left. Wow, alright. That's quite important actually. Having that DT is very nice for scouting, and if you get lucky you can pick off a few drones and whatnot. And Protoss does really not want to spend more gas on our second DT here. He has to get out High Templars because Hydras are such a threat in this matchup, especially with this 5-hatch meta we got going and the strong economy that Zerg gets. So you need those High Templars. You also kind of need a lot of Corsairs just to defend the High Templars. Getting a stack of Mutas and taking down the High Templars just ends the game for Protoss, since you don't have any AoE at all to stop the Hydras from just rolling you over as a Protoss. So very standard and also very safe opening from Rain here. He still hasn't taken a third. He hasn't really moved out with his Corsairs. I think he's probably getting +1 for the Corsairs. That will make sense since they get like a 20% damage increase or something insane like that. And he's got 5 or 6 Corsairs now, so you can defend against Scourges. And this is when Corsairs really get scary for Protoss, because Zerg, I guess Hydras counter them, but Hydras are very slow compared to Corsairs. So it's hard to have it at all places. If you find a stack of Overlords, they are gone in seconds, and that is very annoying and expensive for the Zerg. So I would say Rain feels pretty comfortable here. He's got 3 or 4 High Templars out already, and now we see the Zerg is moving out now. He's got a substantial force of Hydras, that he is a threat to the Zealots alone. And I mean High Templars are good, right? Especially mid game, but they're not that good against a small amount of Hydras. Zealots are good against a small amount of Hydras though, but if you have like a balanced size of Hydras, you can dodge the storms and kind of kill the Zealots. And I think Baxter feels he has that size of units now, he can move out comfortably. Looks like Protoss wants to take a third now. Pretty standard timing here. Gets the probe, delays it a few seconds. That's alright. Zerg is getting his 4th as well now. Very standard. Sees Protoss trying to get the 3rd, gets his 4th. Corsairs are scouting the 4th now. Zealots are trying to see how fast that goes. Let's see if he goes for these. Probably not. This is quite an interesting map with all the high grounds and low grounds. So many different paths you can take to counterattack and harass. I like this map. Pretty cool. Zerg is moving out with a lot of Hydras, and oh, that is so quick. Goodbye, Overlords. We see Zerg being supply blocked because of that, so kind of annoying. Alright, this is going to be about dodging the storms. That storm didn't do too much. That storm didn't do too much. Alright, they're kind of stacking up to doing quite a bit of damage. He's got a lot of zealots. I don't think this is going to be enough. He might trap the Hydras here. Oh, that storm is deadly. No more storms left, but he doesn't need any more storms left. He's getting a few Dragoons out. Yeah, well defended by Rain. This is kind of tough for Baxter. I don't really see him. He doesn't really have any else than Hydras right now. He's probably going into Lurkers, but I think that Rain might be able to do a very strong push. He's getting his third up there too. That's very hard to attack for the Zerg. Got a ramp up there, put a High Templar there, or DTs or whatnot. You're never getting up. Zerg hasn't gotten up his fourth yet either. I think he's kind of all in here. And I don't think that's a bad decision, because you're never gonna, not never, but it's gonna be very hard to hold the push Protoss can do on 3 bases here. He's got his Corsair up. He hasn't really lost anything. The Protoss played safe. He got core units, Corsairs, High Templars, whatnot, and he hasn't lost. I don't think he's lost a single High Templar or Corsair. I mean, that is just very tough for Baxter. He's fighting downhill here, which helps, but I mean, the Protoss has more Dragoons than the Zerg has Hydras. And he's got okay, actually getting a few more Hydras in the flank there. This is good. We'll get some High Templars who gets a second one. Nah. DT in there, has no Overlords, 2 DTs. He might get the High Templars though. Target High Templars? High Templars? That's bad targeting. Yeah, I mean, Rain is twice the supply of Baxter here. I don't really see it happening. He's secured the 3rd base here with 5 cannons. He's got DTs roaming around the map. He's still got 4 High Templars now, probably Storm on every one of them. I mean, these battles are quite close. It looks kind of close, but this will stop because Zerg has done 0 economical damage and hasn't expanded. I mean, the Zerg has to be up expansions, right? What the fuck is in the top left? Is that a bunch of Overlords? Or is that a hatchery? I have no idea what the I would guess that is Overlords, just hiding them, but that's kind of weird. Might be a hatchery too. I don't know if you can fit a hatchery back there. I have no idea what that is. Anyways, when these attacks, I mean, we got 70 to 140 supply. These attacks are not doing too much damage, and that if this Hydra pressure fails, that is gonna be game. So it kind of looks close, but it's really not. It looks close in the battles, but economically it's a disaster for Zerg. And that's that, I think. Zerg still hasn't taken his 4th base here. That DT's still alive. That is insane, right? The amount of scouting he's getting with the Corsairs and DTs is just absolute madness. He knows everything about Zerg. Sees that Zerg hasn't taken a 3rd gas, which tells the Protoss he's probably not got too many high-tech units, and there's no Overlord there either. This is what I'm talking about. That DT, that DT I feel just shows what Brood War is, right? What one unit can do in this game if you're good at controlling them. It is just insane. These Corsairs and DTs, hero units this game. Hero units. Baxter's sending all his Hydras down there to deal with 1 DT. This gives Protoss the possibility to safely take map control and pose his high ground advantage here. Finding a few Hydras here, might think he takes out. Think he could take him out. Leaves a Zealot for him. He's pressuring the natural here. Zerg is coming in. He's kind of got a flank, but he doesn't really have enough units, and he's fighting high ground here. And yeah, very nice play from Rain, distracting Baxter with a DT. Another DT. Got 15 drones already. Jesus, that is GG. What a game. Well played. I kind of expected the game to look something like that. Rain is a very good player, both in SC1 and SC2. He's very good. Okay, let's check the second game here. Let's get to the action. Looks like a gateway expand now from Rain. Gateway expand is always interesting to watch because there's a lot of micro in the beginning of the game. Forces out a few Zerglings. It's a bit more risky to go gateway opening than to go forge opening because if you lose your zealots, it's kind of tough. But same goes if the Zerg doesn't make enough Zerglings or the Zerglings are out of position, which might be the case here with the two Lings going for the natural. He can lose a few drones too. And you just see here how chaotic this opening is. It is really... You got units everywhere. Two Lings in the Protoss main, one Zealot and a Probe here. It's very micro-intensive, a lot of multitasking. Very nice targeting from the Protoss here. Ah, that Ling is doing insane damage. I think this is good for the Zerg. Ooh, nice pickup there. Ah, this micro, man. Jesus, Rain is good. I mean, the amount of damage pro players can do with Probe and a Zealot is just insane, right? If I try this, my Probe dies in 2 seconds and my Zealot gets surrounded. I don't know how they do this. I guess 10 years with 10 hours a day practice is enough. That's kind of what I like. We see the Zerg droning up here. He's kind of held off the Zealot pressure. He just needs a few Lings. Oh, save that drone for God. Like every drone he loses is like 10% of his economy or something. So it's very tough losing these drones. He probably has like 10 drones, maybe 12. He's got 2 Zealots in the main now. Very nice micro. Getting home with a 3rd, making a 4th. Damn, Rain is really good. I think he's gonna get more drones here. He's got 3 Zealots with that. Pretty good. Okay, this seller shouldn't do as much damage. He got a second one coming in though. He might go up the ramp with that one. I just love this opening. It is so action-packed and intense. It's really fun to watch. I just feel like Baxter got totally rickrolled this game. He doesn't really have any drones, right? He lost a lot of drones. He lost a lot of Lings to the Zealots. And what is so beautiful with this build order is that it's so hard to correctly use this build as a Protoss and defend it as a Zerg. If you watch Lava defend this build, he is just he's just on top of it. He doesn't lose a single drone ever, and Baxter's lost 3 drones already. And you can see he doesn't really have a lot of drones, so that's probably 20% of his economy or something down the drain. Rain is just doing so good. What this multitasking is insane. Every Protoss, every Zealot is doing almost the maximum damage, forcing 4 drones to go to the other bases here, which is a lot of mining. Another red drone running around. Wow, I've never seen this pressure do this much on a pro level in a pro level game. Oh, Rain is just looking great. I think he's got a good chance to take this tonight. Sending the Zealot back. 2 more drones are going to have to forfeit the location. 1 going down. Oh my god, that micro is so good. Holy cow. And another drone. That's, I think, 4 or 5 drones. Every Zealot had like 3-4 kills. That is insane. Oh, double Stargate coming out. I love this too. Because when you're ahead as Protoss, you can go double Stargate without having to be scared of a Hydra bust. It is very hard for the Zerg to Hydra bust you when they're behind. And the Zerg's not going to have a Spire in time. He doesn't even have a lair, I don't think. He got set so behind by this. Probably a hatchery. No, he goes. Oh wow, he does have a lair and a Spire coming out. That is good though. But the Spire is kind of late. Usually the Spire is done and a Scourge is on the way when the Corsair reaches the main of the Zerg. But you can see here the Spire is not even done yet. So you can definitely tell that Baxter is behind from the early pressure. And I mean, Protoss is going to have so many Corsairs. He needs to get an Evo chamber up right now. He doesn't know that it's double Stargate Corsair, so of course he's not going to put that down most likely. But if he wants to stand a chance, he has to, because when that DT comes out, that's going to be it. There are going to be 0 overlords on the map. Now Baxter should know that it's 2 Stargates because you see 3 Corsairs this early. It's going to be a while before the DT comes out, so if you get up Spores and Sunkens, you can defend it and kind of come back, but the Protoss gets a lot of map control. Oh, you got Scourges out now, that's good. Setting up 4 Scourges, he's going to see so many Corsairs, and he's going to feel so behind. 7 Corsairs out already, that is insane. 7 Corsairs versus 4 Scourges, that's all the anti of the Zerg has. Guess who wins? Probably down to 0 Scourges in a second here. He sees the gateways are not up. He should know. He should definitely know this is double Stargates. Okay, this is gonna be insane. He doesn't even have the Spores ready. He's at 0. He has 3 Corsairs to defend this. 3 Scourges, my bad. And I think he leaves the game here. I think he leaves it. Yeah, one Spore's not enough either. You need to kind of get 2 Spores at the 3rd and the natural. And you kind of want to get Hydras out, because they do a lot of damage. This is going to be a GG. GG. Get out of here. Scourges does nothing. +1 on them too. 8 Corsairs. This is sick. Look at these Scourges. They're going to melt. He does take a 4th base here. I like that. Hatcheries do count. Oh, they kind of bug out. Don't attack, so he loses a Corsair, but that's alright. He's so ahead. Taking a 4th base against 2 Stargate Corsair is very good, because they can't attack hatcheries, right? So get down a lot of hatcheries is very good. You can't really get any units, because he's constantly supply boxed. He's still supply boxed though. 44 to 45, he can't make anything. You see he's stacking 500 minerals. He wants to get them all at once so he can actually get some units out. And Protoss is going to take his 3rd. These Lings might probably die. They take out the probe, maybe? No, not even that. Oh, he might get the probe. If he gets the probe, that is good. That is very nice. This is going to delay the Nexus by like 30 seconds or something, which is quite impactful. These overloads are dead again. He's got 2 Spores now, so he can't really stand underneath the Spore damage. Just a bit greedy. Gets 2 of the 3 overlords without even getting attacked by the Spore, so kind of bad placement by Zerg on those overlords. Oh, he's getting a lot. Oh god, Corsairs in these numbers, mate. Oh, goodbye. Corsairs are so strong in these numbers with +1. It's insane. They're kind of like tanks, but they shoot air, right? Mass tanks with upgrades and splash are insane, but so are mass Corsairs. And Rain just microed this perfectly. His decision making with a double Stargate play was so good. It's not standard on this map. So that's what made it even stronger. The Zerg was expecting a fast Zealot attack and not a bunch of Corsairs, and this is just overwhelming. There's no way that Zerg defends this attack. Rain knows he's won. Baxter, or is it Killer? I don't know if this is the same person. I call him Baxter all the time. I don't know who that is. I think it's the same person, same different IDs. And that's going to be it. 2-0 to Rain. Very well played. Nice. That's going to be it for this video. I'm going to record the other games too. They'll be on the same channel. I hope you enjoyed the casting, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.